Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. And isn't it just? Look at this glorious sunshine behind me. I am in the north of Dorset today and I have come to Compton Abbas Airfield. You can see a couple of planes here parked up behind me. Now, this is a place that a couple of years ago was bought by the film director Guy Ritchie. And he has spent those last couple of years really kind of revitalising this site. Loads of events going on. Really cool things happening with vintage airplanes, wartime airplanes, vintage cars, that sort of thing. But as part of the redevelopment, they have actually spent quite a lot of money, I think, doing up the restaurant on site here, and it's now a barbecue restaurant. Now, from what I understand, they have the largest smoker anywhere in the UK. So I'm expecting all of the meats to be cooked and smoked here on site, and for hopefully someone who really knows what they're doing with that smoker to be imparting loads of flavour into that food. So I'm going to go and have a little look around and get myself in there and get some grub in my belly. Come on. Okay folks, I'm in and I am seated. Got to say, I really like the look of this place here. There's loads of like aviation posters on the wall and whatever, and it's been very, very smartly done. Really like it. Let's talk about this menu. Very, very tight menu here. So they've got various different pulled meats that you get in a bun with some fries, and they're served with pickled cucumbers, that sort of thing. Maybe cornichon, who knows? Then there's nachos available, again with a choice of different meats on there. You can get a chicken leg, there's smoked pork belly, all sorts going on. Jacket potatoes, maybe they're smoked jacket potatoes, and then you can get various fillings in those as well. And then a bunch of sides, including Caesar salad. There's some pork belly burnt ends, they sound quite interesting to me. So yeah, let's get myself an order in and get a nice cold lager, because it's a lovely warm day outside, so we can have a nice little lager, get some barbecue food, and chill out and watch the aircraft taking off. This is the life, isn't it? I would like to start with the pulled beef in a bun with fries, please.
Mild or spicy?
Spicy. No point mucking about, is there?
Nope.
Can I also get the jacket potato with barbecue beans and cheese? And I do like the sound of the pork belly burnt ends.
Oh,
Can I get
good
some of those as
choice,
well?
yeah.
They sound good to me, they do. So
I've got beef bun, a jacket potato with barbecue beans and burnt ends.
perfect, that should do, shouldn't it?
Yeah, do you want to keep that?
I do want to keep
Yeah,
that, if that's
sure,
all right.
no
Yeah, thank you
worries.
very much. Appreciate that. So there we go, folks. The order is in. Pulled beef in a bun with fries, smoked beef brisket, served with dill slaw, pickled cucumbers, and a choice of mild or hot barbecue sauce. As you heard, I've gone for the hot one. The jacket potato with barbecue beans and cheese, and the pork belly burnt ends. Yum, yum, yum. I have also been brought over this lager. Now I'm going to refer to the menu here because the drinks menu is here too. This is called a Compton Altitude, just 3.4%, nice and light. And actually a reasonable amount of flavour for a weak lager. This is actually brewed by Guy Ritchie's brewery, I think, called Ritchie. So yeah, that is very, very drinkable. Just to talk you through the pricing here as well. The pulled beef bun is $15.95. The jacket spud with the barbecue beans and cheese is $12.50, and the pork belly burnt ends are £8.50. So not cheap, but really hoping that the quality's going to be here. Right folks, food has been delivered to the table, and I've got to say it looks great. It really does. I think I've probably been a bit ambitious wearing a white shirt when I'm eating barbecue food. We'll see how it goes. Nice napkins, actually feel pretty good quality ones. Splashed out on decent napkins, Guy, huh? Right, what do we have here then? In this bowl here we have the barbecue pork burnt ends, and they look really, really tasty. Nice and juicy. I can see some juice floating about in there. And they've got spring onions and sesame seeds on the top there. Just looks a nice little side dish. Here we have the pulled beef in a bap with a healthy portion of fries there. But healthy in terms of size, probably not in terms of actually being healthy. Inside here, you can see chilies, the pickles there, plenty of beef and some slaw underneath. And it's not a brioche bun. Bonus. And then over here, this gooey, unctuous looking thing. There's the jacket spud with the barbecue beans and the cheese on the top. That looks really appealing too. So I think what we'll do, we'll start with this little thing of the burnt ends. It's almost like a starter plate, isn't it? We'll rearrange everything here and get tucked into it. Little slurp. Wet the whistle, as another famous YouTuber would say. Lovely job. So, a nice portion of this actually. Quite a lot of pork in there. Definitely better than my last barbecue experience in Southampton, where I didn't get a lot of food for quite a lot of money. And here we go. So you can see here, I'm going to make a real mess on the table here, I think. The kind of bark around it. Can you see the colour of that? Nice and soft. This is obviously done with belly pork. So in the smoking process, the fat tends to break down a little bit and just soaks into the meat. Wow. It's so soft, so juicy. Those little bits of spring onion bring a little sharpness. Just cuts through some of the richness. God. And there's loads of it in here. I don't know how much there is. I've got to say, there's got to be like 20 or 30 pieces like this. And what's great about it, like I say, the inside of the pork is soft and juicy. And then you get this bark on the outside, which is a little chewier, but that's where all that flavour is. They're really good. Come on, Greeno. Put them to one side a minute. We will be back to finish them off, not before too long though. I want to move on to everything else before it starts to get cold. So what we have here, the pulled beef bun with the fries. We have some salt, get that all over the fries. And I asked them to bring some mayo, which they brought quite a good portion of as well. So we'll try the fries. Nice and crispy, well cooked. I should have tried them for seasoning first, because they may have been pre-salted actually, but these haven't. So I got away with that. But yeah, nice fry. And the mayo is lovely and creamy too. We'll put that out of the way for now. We can't get too excited about fries, can we? When we've got this on the plate. This, my friends, is what it's all about. The pulled beef, the slaw, really finely shredded, plenty of that hot barbecue sauce on there, red chilies. Oh yeah, this is right up my strata, folks. I'm not quite sure how to approach it. It's almost a Python mode kind of thing, isn't it? If I squash it together a little bit, maybe that'll help. Let's go for it. Oh yes. That is really rather nice. The beef is not as juicy as that pork was, but it does pull away quite nicely, as you can see here. And it's got great flavour. It really does. Again, you can see the sort of barky kind of bits there. That's where the intensity of flavour is. What's great about this is the combination of flavours and textures. The bun here is toasted, but not just on the inside, it's toasted a little bit on the outside. I've also put it in the oven or something, and that's crisp up the bun. You've got all that soft beef inside, but then you've got the crunch with the pickles and the chilli and the slaw. It's a really good combination. And again, that slaw and the gherkins and whatever in there are cutting through the richness. It works really well. That is a very, very, very tasty sandwich. Like I said before, there's plenty of beef in there. When I read it on the menu, well, maybe that's a little bit pricey, but then if you think of it in terms of like a burger and fries, would you pay $15.95 for a good burger and fries? I would. So when you think of it in those terms, it doesn't seem so expensive, maybe. Okay, one thing left to try here. We have the jacket potato. This is with the barbecue beans and cheese. Plenty of filling in there. Now, I don't know if this is just beans in here or whether it's kind of like barbecue beans in the sense that it has some of the smoked meat mixed into the beans. Let's try. It's a really nice, vibrant looking different mixture of beans here as well. Take a little look at this. Nice chilli hit early doors there. I think it is just beans. I don't think there's a meaty element in there. Wow. And even though I've already tried the other two dishes, inside of here is still steaming hot. Now the potato, I'm a big fan of jacket potatoes. I have them a lot at home. And that is lovely and soft inside. Here we go. Let's try the skin. Always my favourite part is the skin of a potato, where all the flavour is. And I can taste immediately that when they've been cooking these potatoes, they've done it with some salt on the outside to help crisp up the outside. And it does impart a very, very nice flavour to the potato. Yes, yes. One thing I will note, I've just spotted it, because someone at the table next to me has brought a dog in. So they're obviously dog friendly here. We've got a nice little doggy sat down next to me on a little mat. Hopefully he's not going to get up and try and eat my lunch. Because he's going to be very disappointed if he tries to take any of this off me. I've got to say, this place is really busy. Plenty of people come out in the sunshine, have a little look at the planes taking off, and get a nice bite to eat while you're here. It's a day out, isn't it? And when you think of it, you're not paying an admission to get in here. I know you have to sometimes on some of the event days. But you can just come up here for free, sit outside, watch the planes go by, and even if you just want a cold drink or a coffee or something, that's just fine. I'm liking it. I really am liking it. Guy, I think you've done a good job. Tell you what, I can't resist coming back to this pork. I think that's the highlight of it for me, is this pork. I just love the unctuousness of it. And the flavour of that bark. And with the sesame and the spring onion. It's absolutely outrageous. This, I mean, I don't know if it's traditional in terms of how you'd get it in various parts of the States. I know, again, various parts of the States have their different ways of barbecuing things. So it may not be authentic in that sense, but by golly, it's good. I gotta say, folks, that was a very, very acceptable lunch. Really nice place here. Like I say, the weather is stunning. I guess that helps, doesn't it? But there's beautiful views all out over the countryside from up here. And obviously with the planes coming in and out, adds a little bit of extra interest, doesn't it? Really nice, really nice. Let's talk about the food, shall we? We'll go through the receipt here. So I had the pint of their altitude lager, that was £5.95. As I said, for a weak lager, it was only 3.4%. Really quite acceptable. The beef bun and the fries, spicy, that's £15.95. I don't think that's bad value. It was a good portion. The quality was there for sure. And in that bun, with the beef and then all the different other elements, just adding to everything in terms of flavours and textures, really rather good. The jacket potato plate, £12.50 for that. Now that's the one item I think is possibly a little strong on price. It's a potato with some beans and some cheese. Nice beans, a good different mix of beans, some interesting ones in there, but it is just a bean and cheese jacket spud. So I think that could be a couple of quid cheaper. The one thing I don't think is overpriced is those pork burnt ends. That was a really, really good portion, and £8.50 for that. Now I think that lunch, if you'd added one more drink to it, that's a really good lunch for two people. One person's got the beef bun, one person's got the spud, and you share the pork between you. Overall, my subtotal was £42.90. It's a 10% service charge. I was happy to pay that. The service in there was very, very friendly. Nice and relaxed, not too in your face. Just nice people being nice to you. That's all you're really looking for, isn't it? So that added another £4.29 on that service charge. So it's £47.19. So like I say, if you were to add another drink on there, you're looking at just over £50 for a lunch for two people. In this kind of setting, I don't think that's unfair. I really don't. The quality of the food was there. The smokiness in that pork, in that beef was good. Enjoyed it. Got to come up with a score. Blimey. Don't worry, that's not those beans kicking in. That's someone with a motorbike down there, I promise. Yeah, the score. I think the only thing that I can take anything off for is possibly the price on that potato, which I think is just a fraction high. Beyond that, nothing to complain about. Nothing at all. I think we're flying high up in the sky, as I think a football chant goes. It was, yeah, really good. I'm going to give it a 4.9 out of 5. Just taking that little smidge off for the price of that jacket spud, because the taste of it was all great. Would I come here again? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely I would. Really interesting place. Lovely to see the planes coming in and out. And lots of people seem to agree with me because the car park is full, the restaurant's busy. It's a great success. So, if you've enjoyed this video, where I've come to Compton Abbas Airfield, here in North Dorset, and reviewed Guy Ritchie's Law in the Sky, his barbecue restaurant here, don't forget, click a thumbs up on there for me. Does help the channel. And if you've enjoyed this video, take a little look around. There's a playlist of kind of celebrity chef or celebrity owned venues. There might be some more in there that you enjoy. And if you do, click the subscribe button, ding your bell for notifications. You guys all know the drill by now, don't you? Right, where to next? Well, probably indoors because I haven't got any sun cream on, and look at me. I'm basically see-through. Anyway, time to go. I will see you next time. Come fly with me, let's fly away.